Alright, today we will be learning about how to compare decimal fractions to the thousandths and compare them. I really like this quote from Michael Jordan. It says, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." I think this is a great quote for us to understand and take to heart because a lot of times we don't like failure, but failure always leads to success. If you stop trying, that means you've already failed. So it's better if you keep trying and pushing yourself. Turn to page 1B22 in your problem set. And this is in your gold book. Remember, it accidentally got switched, so your problem set is now the gold color. Let's look at the first problem. The first problem says, show the numbers on the place value chart using digits. That's over here. Use the greater than, less than, or equal sign to compare. Explain your thinking in the space to the right. Now, I always draw my greater than signs as like a chomping alligator. That means greater. And my less than sign that looks like a backward L, that means less than. And you guys know what equal to means. Now we have 34.223. That's 3 tens, 4 ones, 2 tenths, 2 hundredths, and 3 thousandths. Our next number, and I'm going to use a different color, is 3 tens, 4 ones, 2 tenths, 3 hundredths, and 2 thousandths. Now, how do we know if 34.223 is greater than, less than, or equal to 34.232? We see in the tens place, we have 30 tens in both. We have 4 ones in both. We have 2 tenths. And then let's look at the hundredths place. Uh-oh. There's 2 tenths in the first number and 3 tenths in the second number. So that means, since 2 is less than 3, that this would be less than. I would like you to pause the video now and try the next problem right below it. Alright, let's look at number 2. It says, use greater than, less than, or equal to compare the following numbers. Use a place value chart to help if necessary. What I would like you to do is, if you would like to use the place value chart in your SmartPals, you can take a picture of it on your iPad and use it on Educreations or Explain Everything for your homework. Let's look at A. It says 16.3 versus 16.4. 16.3 is going to be less than 16.4 because the 3 in the tens place is less than the 4 in the tens place here. Let's look at B. We have 0.83 and we have 83 hundredths. Now 83 hundredths, it's going to be in this column. So we're going to end up with 0.83 versus 0.83, and I'm going to write that in this box. Aha! Those are equal. So I'm going to put my equal sign there. For C, I'm going to have you pause the video and play it after you have tried C and D. So for C, you should have gotten equal to, because 205 over 1,000 is 0.205, and that's equal to 0.205. For D, it's also equal, got a lot of equals, because 95.580 is the same thing as 95.58. The 0 is basically invisible, but it's not a placeholder. Alright, let's look at problem number 3. It says arrange the numbers in increasing order. So that means we're going from lowest to highest. And I'm going to be writing each of those numbers out. So I'm going to start with 3.049, check. 3.059, check. 3.05 and 3.04. Now I'm going to do the same kind of strategy that I did for problem 1. Okay, so I'm going to get my cursor here. So I have the same number for 1. I have 3 ones. And in my tenths, 0 tenths for all of them. But look, let's look at my hundredths. I have a 4 hundredths and I have a 4 hundredths here. This means that I have to look at this 4 and this 4. This is a 40 and this is a 49 thousandths. So that means my smallest number is going to be 3.04. Or you could say that's 3.040. And then my next highest number, so I'm going to cross this one out, my next highest number is going to be 3.049. That's closer to 50. Then my next highest number is going to be, and I can put a 0 here, is going to be 3.050. And then my next highest number will be 3.059, and that is closer to 3.060. For problem number 3B, I would like you to try that one on your own and double check with the partner. Let's look at problem 4. This is basically the same exact question, but it's asking you to arrange the numbers in decreasing order. That means you're going to go from highest to lowest. And I'm going to have you pause the video right now, and if you need to use your place value chart, do that. And you can press play when you want to check your answer for 4A. My answer for 4A is 7.68, 7.608, 7.6, and 7.068. Let's look at problem number 5. This problem says Lance measured 0.458 liters of water. And Angel measured 0.5 liters of water. Lance said, my beaker has more water than yours because my number has 3 decimal places and yours only has 1. That's kind of snotty, Lance. Is Lance correct? Use words and numbers to explain your answer. Alright, let's see if Lance was right or not. I'm going to use my place value chart because it's a lot easier to see. Okay, so this is Lance. Good old Lance. And we have Angel measured 0.5 liters of water. And I'm just going to put the zeros just to hold the numbers. So Lance thinks he has more water. Aha, but he doesn't. Even though he does have 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, Angel also has 5 digits. Sorry, I meant 3 digits. Even though the zeros aren't showing, the zeros are there. They're invisible. They're like placeholders. So, since Angel has 5 tenths and Lance only has 4 tenths, that means that Angel has more water.